Whispering Novels, Hacking, Chapter 16, Campus Software Contest? A sauerkraut chicken closed the distance between Sheila and the two beauties. As for the bitter plums, they were once again forgotten in the corner. Can only curse 3x men and women in circles? Time passed, and at the end of September, military training was about to end. At the end of September, the city of Shuangqing still had a hot wave. In the evening, Sheila and Li Ziyu walked on the campus path. Sheila, how is your health? Sheila looked at Li Ziyu with a smile. Ziyu, do you want to hear the truth, or is it a lie? Li Ziyu pushed large black-framed glasses, with long black hair, fluttering in the wind. That medical record is fake? Sheila shook his head. That medical record is real? But the illness is fake? Li Ziyu shook his head. I'm not afraid that the school will find it and order you to drop out. In her tone, there was an addiction. Sheila quipped, Mr. Li, haven't you got it? Don't you plan to report to the department head? Humphrey? Li Ziyu snorted softly. Sheila, if you dare not study hard, I will tell the department head. Sheila quickly grabbed his ears with both hands, pretending to be pitiful. Dare not dare, I must study hard? Li Ziyu looked at the funny Sheila, tangled in his heart, and finally turned into a sigh. Although Sheila heard it, she pretended not to hear it. The relationship between the two is difficult to define and difficult to handle. Sheila, after the National Day holiday, our computer department will join 2 outside software companies to launch a computer software design contest. Li Ziyu pressed the hair torn by the wind behind her ears. Sheila, if your computer programming skills are good, then take this opportunity. The first place in the contest will receive a prize of 10,000 yuan and the title of Outstanding Student of Shuangqing University. The second and third places are also 5,000 yuan and 3,000 yuan, respectively. Sheila certainly knows this computer software design contest. In the previous life, the first place was taken by the monitor Chen Ming. It's not how powerful Chen Ming is, but the company that cooperates with the computer department of Shuangqing University to run a software competition, which is Chen Ming's Jianiu software company. With this relationship, Chen Ming won the championship directly. Sheila was very disdainful of this campus software contest, but seeing Li Ziyu taking it so seriously, he had to say, Ziyu, I will do my best. Li Ziyu laughed, just like the same peony. Come on, Sheila. Taking Li Ziyu all the way to the teacher's living area, Sheila left with a reluctant mood. Back in the doctor's dormitory number 501, Sheila saw Li Guai and was working on some mechanical parts in the living room. Little Plum, what are you doing? Li Guai looked up. Brother Stone is back? I'm building a remote-controlled helicopter. Sheila despised, rely on, how old are you, and still playing remote-control helicopters? Li Guai weakly retorted, Brother Stone, this is a fuel-controlled remote-control helicopter, not the kind of electric on the market. What's the difference? Although Sheila's hacking skills are very powerful, he cannot understand everything. It's a big difference. Electric remote-controlled helicopters can only be small toys. Fuel-powered remote-control helicopters have surpassed electric remote-control helicopters regardless of flight altitude, flight range, load capacity, and anti-interference ability. Sheila was curious, Little Plums, I'm afraid these materials are not easy to buy. A fuel-powered remote-control helicopter, thousands of dollars, right? Li Guai laughed and said, I came out from where my dad works. Sheila was shocked. Li Guai's old man, Li Ago's workplace, but that is Chain and Aircraft Industry, the first research institute. This kid can come out casually? Little Plum, what are you going to do with this remote-controlled helicopter? Li Guai scratched his head and said, I'm going to join the school's mechanical community. Let those gangsters look at the real mechanical power. Sheila casually said, after you're done, play with Brother Shi first. Li Guai cried and said, "Stone brother, will you play? Don't be late, the plane is ruined." Shi Lei scorned, "I won't, don't you teach me? Dare not dare." Li Guai shook his head helplessly. Shi Lei chuckled and smiled, "Well, little plums, let's play by yourself, Brother Stone is busy." Back in his room, Shi Lei turned on the computer. The computer starts normally and enters the XP welcome screen. Shi Lei shook the mouse and clicked the Penguin login program on the desktop. However, Shi Lei did not enter the Penguin account in the Penguin login program. Instead, he entered an English account line without entering a password, and clicked directly to log in. The original XP welcome interface changed instantly and entered the Linux system. Shi Lei's computer is equipped with two systems, but if someone does not know the password, he cannot enter the Linux system at all. A scanner is running on the Linux system. This scanner is scanning the entire LAN network of Shuangqing University. The server of Shuangqing University has been taken down by Shi Lei, but the patch has not been completed and the honeypot has been installed. Shi Lei wanted to control Shuangqing University's servers silently and without difficulty. But after taking control, it is necessary to make the server indestructible, as well as the administrators of Shuangqing University and other novices in the computer department, thinking that the server is full of holes. This is the difficulty. The performance of Shi Lei's personal computer is always a little worse, and the server of Shuangqing University is not advanced. It can only be said that in the civil field, it is still in the forefront. Shi Lei sat on a chair, landed on the server of Shuangqing University, and began to inspect his territory. Through the system logs, it was found that in just one day, the server of Shuangqing University had been attacked more than 1,000 times. The firewall blocked 99% of the attacks, and more than double-digit attacks entered the server. It's just that they didn't get administrative rights. Shi Lei has analyzed the server of Shuangqing University. There are two accounts with the highest authority. One is the president of Shuangqing University, and Minai. The other is Ji Minai, the dean of the computer department. Lauan is completely a computer idiot. His highest privilege account can hardly be used. But Ji Minai is different, his technology is very good. It's just that Ji Minai usually doesn't pay attention to the campus public server, and only maintains the server of the school laboratory. Therefore, Shi Lei swayed in the public server, established a super-privileged account, and hid it. Unless the server is shut down and a one-by-one investigation is carried out, this hidden account may only be found, and it is only possible. After setting up his own account, Shi Lei can then enter the server without any intrusion. Log in to the server, and Shi Lei directly uses the super-privileged account to start configuring the server's security policy. In the computer department of the school, or other departments, the ordinary attacks of the students do not need to be taken care of, and it is enough to pass them to the firewall. What Shi Lei needs to prevent is that other people invaded into the core of the server and tried to gain bad authority inside the server. After spending 2 full hours, Shi Lei finally set up the public servers of Shuangqing University and put down countless honeypots. Once there is something wrong, and you want to take away the server from Shi Lei, the bad guy will definitely trigger the honeypot placed by Shi Lei. Then the server will automatically alert Shi Lei's computer, and Shi Lei's computer will send a message to his mobile phone. After carefully clearing the operation traces, Shi Lei stretched a lazy waist. "Little Obedient, welcome back to the arms of Stone Monster," Shi Lei said to himself. Little Obedient is just the nickname of the school's public server. In previous lives, this server, in the hands of Shi Lei, controlled for 4 years. After doing his job, Shi Lei entered the internal forum of Shuangqing University. In the school forum, there are various gossips, and watering posts that are too busy to eat. That's more than one. Shi Lei casually browsed several posts and found that it was all nonsense, and suddenly lost interest. Refreshed about him, Shi Lei suddenly found a post. Campus software contest. In the post, It was written in detail that the Department of Computer of Shuangqing University, jointly with Jianyu Software Company and Zishan Network Security Company, jointly launched the first campus software competition. As long as you are a student of Shuangqing University, whether it is a computer department or other professional department, you can sign up. The registration date starts on October 1st and ends on October 10th. The competition starts on October 25th. The first place won a prize of 10,000 yuan and was awarded the title of Outstanding Student of Shuangqing University. The second place received a prize of 5,000 yuan. The third place received a prize of 3,000 yuan. In addition, any excellent software work may be selected by Jianyu Software and Zishan Network Security for high price acquisition. The post also specifically pointed out that, in addition to the two software companies as judges, this campus software competition also invited senior editors of the computer newspaper and well-known experts in the industry to comment. Shilei looked at the post with a sneer, and then looked at the post ID, a guy named Sword. The ID of the famous Sword is exactly the ID of Chen Ming in the campus forum. Shilei directly used super permissions to retrieve the login IP record of the famous Sword. Boy, see how I play with you? In previous lives, Chen Ming repeatedly humiliated Shilei, but Shilei had no powerful power and could not resist. Shilei carefully looked at Chen Ming's IP address and scanned the open ports. The scanners scanned the results, and Shilei smiled disdainfully. It is indeed the home of a software company. The unnecessary ports are all closed. Good alertness? Although it was praise, Shilei said in an ironic tone. Shilei directly chose port 80. This is one of the several ports that computers usually open. Port 80 is the HTTP protocol. Shilei first found the web directory path and then wrote a cmd.asp to determine the other party's firewall. Then temporarily blocked Chen Ming's firewall and sneaked into Chen Ming's computer. Through remote monitoring, Shilei found that Chen Ming was chatting with another person. The chat between the two parties turned out to be about a software contest. From the meaning expressed by Chen Ming, he needs to set himself as the first place. Shilei rolled his eyes. Grass mud horse, really shameless. Since you re so shameless, don't blame Shishi's heart. Apostrophe.